Hey everyone. I don't even know how to start this video. So I have been like absent from, not from social media in general, but like from just like social circles. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyways, I haven't really updated anyone or talked to anyone in the past, I don't know, like 6-ish months, except for people that like I'm close with. So this is kind of gonna be like a get ready with me / story time. Obviously I'm not a professional. I look like crap right now. It is actually Christmas Day, but everyone's sleeping and I'm like manic as heck, so I can't sleep. So yeah, this is what this is gonna be. There's no edits, no bells and whistles or whatever. Raymond's sleeping, so it's just gonna be me venting and doing makeup and whatevs. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Well, enjoy or just listen or whatever, you know. It's nice to have friends over the interwebs and just send me love because there's some hot tea. So basically, by the way, I already moisturized and washed my face and everything like that, so that's done. So don't come for me, sis, are you gonna do this? No, I'm not. I already moisturized, I washed my face. Okay, I'm not that much of a, I am a tool, okay? But, so basically, what do I want to start with? Let me do the eyes first. I don't even know what color I'm doing. That's how, like, random this whole thing is. But, so where should I start? Well, this year has been crazy anyways. It started off really good. Me and Raymond went to Miami at the beginning of this year. And I think he vlogged that on his channel. So, if you want to watch that. But yeah, we had a good time. It was just like, it was my first like ever vacation, like adult vacation. And we had a good time, you know, like, we went to the beach and ate and it was relaxing. Cut to like the day after we come back, my son ended up having a really bad seizure to the point where like he was hospitalized, and then we found out he had like febrile seizures, which basically just means like when you get sick or get too hot, like if you have a fever, you go into a seizure, which is kind of like normal, I guess, for like what do you want to call it, for his condition, because he had a stroke when he was born, an intrauterine stroke. So I guess that's pretty normal for stuff like that. So anyways, we come back from vacation, that happens. I've been out of work because of that for a while, because of his appointments are like really crazy. So I have to be there whenever they want, you know, whenever they call me, I have to be there. And that doesn't work with any employer, because they're like, okay, well that's great, but when can we have your, you know, availability? Because even part-time, you can't just say one day you don't want to show up to your shift. So anyways, that's been an issue. So there was that. I'm gonna do like a little snippet. So that was the beginning of this year, which, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't that bad, but it gets worse. Anyways, so that happened. So, you know, we got that through that a few months, and, you know, COVID is running rampant, and yes, I do set my eyes before I put eyeshadow. Don't ask me why, it's a habit, and plus, it helps it not to crease, because I have hooded eyes. At least it helps me for it not to crease, so, yeah. Anyways, you know, COVID's still running rampant, and everybody was, a lot of people that I knew passed away from it or was hospitalized by it. But the real blow came when my best friend of 18 years passed away in August. So that took me from like already kind of stressed out, already kind of depressed, already kind of like not talking to anyone and gaining weight because I was stress eating and just everything like that. And it took it from there to like literally I didn't leave the bed, shower, brush my teeth, nothing for, well, until her memorial or her celebration of life in October. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And I'm like talking to myself. I was like, I really want to do blue, but I am taking Christmas pictures later, so I need to do red. Anyway, back to the story. So her celebration of life was on October 10th, I believe. Sorry, I keep looking here because I'm looking at my makeup. But me and my other best friend and a couple of our older friends went to that. That was horrific. That was terrifying. That was a horrible day because up until that point I had kind of just been like, I don't want to say ignoring the fact that she passed away, but I definitely was not dealing with it. I kind of was just sleeping and going through the motions, you know. Context, like for our relationship, like we were literally like sisters. Like I can't even explain the love I had for that girl because literally she was there when my mom passed away. She was there when I gave birth to my daughter at 16, and she helped me raise my daughter for the most part, you know. So she was a huge part in my life. So when she passed away, it was just like, and she passed away from COVID. It was COVID, but it was like also like complications with COVID. So basically, it's a long story, but she had some other underlying health issues. So her immune system was really weak, so she wasn't able to make it. I have my theories about that. Because it just felt so off the way that she did pass, but that's another story. Anyway, so she passed away, and it was like my whole world crumbled beneath me. And I know it was like that for her family and our other friend, you know, because he knew her just about as long as I knew her. So again, don't come for me about how I do my makeup. I am a messy makeupper. So anyways, that was, like I said, horrific and devastating. Even after the memorial, I was destroyed. It wasn't like I got closure or anything because, like I said, I still to this day right now, it's December and she passed away in August, I still haven't, I don't want to say get over it, I haven't processed it. Like I haven't gone through the motions that I need to process this because it's too much. So anyways, after that, I get home, still obviously devastated, still obviously just not feeling the best mentally. And then come to find out, I got COVID. So sorry about that, I get sidetracked a lot. Plus I was running out of storage. Anyways, where was I? Oh, okay, so I got COVID when I come back from the memorial. Felt fine when I got back. So for anybody who's like, oh, you know, because like everybody in the house got it. But for anybody who's like, oh, well, you didn't, you know, quarantine away from your kids or quarantine away from your man, I literally came home and felt fine. And after the memorial, we found out a couple people had it, and it was no big deal, you know. It's like they didn't know either, and it's a memorial, so obviously you're hugging people, you're like, so sorry for your loss, etc., etc. So nobody knew, you know. And I wasn't vaccinated, so there's that. I'm not against vaccination. I just, like I said, kind of was in a depression all year, so didn't think to go and get it, you know. Anyway, so that could be my fault, whatever. but so I got COVID, was hospitalized, was scared to death. Mind you, I was hospitalized probably like twice. Yeah, twice. The first time they were like, oh, it's COVID, get over it, pretty much, you know, it's gonna run its course, you're fine. All right, go back home. Mind you, I have asthma as well, so go back home, and I'm like, okay, I'm literally dying. Like, I cannot breathe at all. So I go back, and they're like, okay, yeah, you have pneumonia on top of it, and yada yada yada. So I'm like, okay, cool. Told you guys this like last time, because when I went in there the first time, COVID normally lasts about like 14 days, they say, or like 14 to like, it can last like weeks, but normally it lasts about 14 days. So I'm like, okay, I'm at like almost the 12th day of this, and I literally am feeling my worst. Like, I didn't even feel this bad a week in, you know, and that's what people say, like it starts to really F you up or whatever. But anyways, go in there, I'm like, hey, not better, so what do we do now? And so they're like, okay, yeah, this is serious. So I was admitted, scared to death. It was really, really, really bad. And I had respiratory issues. So I got that after I came back in October. I just barely started like being able to breathe and have energy and not feel so weak when I like walk around. I just barely felt that better, like probably early December. Like, so thank God, right in the time for holidays. But so yeah, that was the situation. So we went through that. Let's see, cut to early November. My sister passed away. For purposes due to our family, I'm not gonna say how that happened, but it was also very traumatic and saddening. And if you know me, then you probably know what happened. But that was unexpected and was also very troubling, to say the least. My sister and I weren't necessarily the closest. I regret that a lot. And it wasn't because me and my sister had differences or anything. It was more or less because of the space between us, because I mean, I'm in a whole different state, and normally I've been in there. Sorry, my thing keeps cutting out. Anyways, my sister and I, let me do this in the mirror because I can't really see it. The blending is not that well. My sister and I were not the closest, I will admit, but I did love her very much, and she meant a great deal to me. So it really did hurt when she passed, because I had a great deal of regret of not being as close with her as I would have liked. And like I said, the way she passed, which I'm not going to get into, but the way she passed for me was just like mind-blowing. So yeah, it hurt a lot. So that happened in early November. So Thanksgiving was, to say the least, actually both of these holidays have not been the best. And normally Like for me, Halloween is my holiday. Anybody who knows me, I'm into horror, I love Halloween, I love bats, I love all the dark arts. So Halloween sucked, Thanksgiving sucked, even Christmas isn't, what do they say, the most wonderful time of the year, you know? On the plus side, I still try to maintain a pleasant attitude for my children, because I feel like just because mommy's sad, just because mommy's going through it, does not mean that Santa isn't coming, does not mean that we're not baking cookies, we're not wrapping presents, you know, etc., etc. And one, I guess, sort of happy ending to this year is, bing, I got engaged on Christmas, so that's exciting. I have been with my boyfriend now for almost 2 years. It's been like, we'll say 1.5 years, but it's been amazing. He has been through all of this stuff through this year with me. He is phenomenal with the kids. He lets me have my little mood swings. He's, like I said, gone through this depression with me. He's gone through just pretty much the worst of the worst. And he still decided he wanted to marry my crazy ass, so guess I'm doing something right. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much been my year. And like I said, sorry for the long pauses. I'm like just thinking, reminiscing, not really reminiscing in a good way, but thinking about everything. But I feel like a lot of people have like probably looked at me and been like, wow, Sid's been really distant, and like, what did I do to her, you know? And for those people, this is kind of for you. This is just like a, hey, sorry that, you know, I didn't look at your Instagram post and like it, or sorry if you feel like I haven't been the nicest to you, or sorry, just sorry in general, you know, if you feel like I have neglected our friendship in any way, because that was not intended. And it's just been a lot. See, I told you I'm not good. I'm multitasking, so these are gonna be real choppy, but whatever. Yeah, so this video is like kind of like partially for the people who I feel like I've kind of done wrong in a way by being a little bit distant, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. Sometimes time alone is valid, sometimes time alone is like needed. I'm just saying, for me personally, when I don't have an explanation for kind of just disappearing, at least when other people don't, I feel kind of like, you know, what the heck, you know? You could have just told me that you needed space, and I just find it kind of like, not rude, but hey man, I was worried about you, why didn't you just tell me you needed space, type of thing. So that's what I'm doing now, is just like apologizing for not doing that. It's also partially like we're living in really scary times right now, and I'm not fearful of my life. I'm not depressed to the point where I would do anything to myself. I just if something were to happen to me, I want, you know, this to be out there, just, you know, kind of like, this is what I've been through type of thing. Like, this is, you know, how I feel in the situation, and to all my friends and family, I love you type of thing. So I know that it was really special to have found some YouTube videos that my sister did that I didn't even know she had a YouTube account, let alone did the YouTube videos. So it was really kind of nice to like see that after she passed, which it was hard, but it was just like, you know, thank God I have something left of her type of thing. So yeah, I hate this eyeliner. It's so freaking clumpy. So aside from the heavy stuff, I do plan on kind of working on myself. I've gained a lot of stress and depression weight throughout this year. It is very noticeable to me. And I hate it. I think it's partially depression weight and partially like I haven't been working, so kind of tack on the pounds that way. So I will be focusing on that. Now don't quote me on that. If y'all see me running around here with a Twinkie, don't call me out. Do not. But I'm gonna try. So what else? I want to get back into school. I'm obviously going back to work this year because I need to go back because I'm tired of being stuck in the house. But B, just money-wise, you know, who doesn't like extra money? So, and as far as my son's appointments now that it's getting further in the year and we kind of have an idea of where we're going as far as his treatment plan, then now it's like a good time to kind of just think about going back to work. So I obviously, oh, did I get black up there? Oh no, that's just that dark pretty thing. So my light is low. It should be high, but it's low because I got a cheap ring light, so y'all bear with me. But yeah, my 4-year-old will be starting school this year, so that's exciting. I really want to get back into making videos, whether it's just a simple mukbang, whether it's just get ready with me, whatever the case may be. I definitely want to get back into doing that. Working on my credit is a big deal because my family is huge, and right now we're in a 2-bedroom. So before me and my fiance tie the knot, it'd be nice for us to get in like a little bigger area, just to be more stable, you know. So we'll be working on that this year. Again, don't quote me on that. Ooh, that line was wicked. It's alright, that's what concealer is for. Oh my goodness, I haven't done my makeup in a long time and it shows. That's alright. Nothing a little concealer won't fix. What else? Thinking about having a baby this year. Ah, psych. Y'all thought. My tubes are tied. No, but I definitely want to, if anybody has some tips on getting my credit back to a normal number, because we all have been 18 months before. We all have those medical bills and craziness, and eventually, you know, you want a home, and And I mean, obviously I'm not gonna get into a 5-bedroom, 4-bath for cheap or anything like that. I'm not planning on that. But I definitely want a bigger place because I have an almost preteen girl, Audrey, and then my 2 baby toddlers that are not so baby toddlers anymore, so definitely want to get that situated. Thinking about driving, thinking about getting a car, just thinking about it, because honestly, drivers out here are absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I have a lot of things planned for 2022. Will it happen? I don't know. Will even 50% of those things happen? I don't know. But this is also the year of me not stressing as much because although I've had a lot of reasons to stress this year, I also feel like, why stress stuff that you have no control over? It doesn't fix the situation. It doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, just why do it? And stress myself into an early grave. And I don't want that, so. See, look at that. It looks so much better already. Oops, I forgot to get some of that red off. Hold up. Boom. See, I told y'all. They ain't perfect, but better than they were. And I got my lashes on, so I can't barely see. But, yeah, so I don't even remember what I was talking about, girl. I started doing my eyelashes and I zoned out. Tell me what your guys' New Year resolutions are. Like, is anybody else trying to diet with me so I don't feel so damn lonely? Like, I'm for real. I know my man said he's gonna start getting back in shape and stuff. He said that I fattened him up, which I'm like, I do not put the spoon or fork or whatever you want to call it to your mouth, boy. You do that all by yourself. I can't help it that I can cook. You feel me? He's really skinny though already though. So for him, like, getting into shape is like a month of working out and eating right. For me, I'm like Tammy Slayton. It's gonna take me a minute. Dr. Now is this close from coming to my house. Oh, Lord. And I want y'all to stay safe too, because you know what? This new Omicron or whatever, however you want to call it. Don't let it take us out in 2022, baby. You know, do not let it. We have all had a rough couple of years, you hear me? So, you know, I don't know anybody's stances on vaccination, and I'm not one to preach about it because guess what? Your body, your choice. Just like abortion, your body, your choice. You feel me? And that's my stance on it. But I will say, personally, I wish I would have had that shot when I got COVID. COVID didn't take me out, but it did really hurt me. Anyways, if I, what was I saying? Something about my damn food. Anyways, if I season my food a whole bunch and I eat spicy food, I can taste it just fine. But if it's bland or whatever the case may be, I can't really taste. So that broke my damn heart when that started happening, because girl, I am not one to turn down a turkey leg, never have been, never will be. And even this Thanksgiving, I was seasoning the shit out of the food, which is good, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people was like, you know, this is very like, I mean, it's good, but it's like very salty or very, you know what I'm saying, or very spicy. And I'm like, girl, because I can't taste. So anyway, there's that. But I really want y'all to stay safe, you know. Not even just my friends, just whoever's watching this, you know what I'm saying. Just be safe, be careful, you know. No, COVID doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens to a lot of people. And no, you don't always die from it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. That's how I feel. And you know, a lot of the time people is like, well, they don't really know much about this vaccine or this, that, and the other thing, you know. But what I say to that is, we don't know much about COVID, you know, other than what we do know, and that is that it's killing people, and it's real easy to catch, you know, and it mutates, and you can catch it more than once. And like I said, I'm not one to preach, because your body, your choice. But I mean, at first that didn't really scare me, because I'm a homebody anyways. But when I caught it, it's a whole different ball game. And even my boyfriend now, he isn't saying anything about like him getting it or anything like that, the vaccine. But he did say like COVID was one of the worst, absolute worst sicknesses he's ever had in his life. And a lot of people actually say that, you know, it is really, really bad. And another thing is, people like to bring politics into it. It's not about politics. It's about your well-being, you know. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care, you know. I don't care how you feel about, you know, different policies and different whatever. That has nothing to do about vaccination. You know, the government's going to control us regardless if, you know, you're going from that standpoint. Government knows how to control people regardless. So if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. You feel me? So you might as well protect yourself and go out and get it. Alright, I already said, you guys, I don't know what I said last time, but my thing keeps cutting out. So anyways, final words and lips. Basically, just stay safe, love your family, love your friends. If you know me personally, DM me, tell me that you love me. I'll tell you that I love you, because guess what, we're in the middle of a freaking apocalypse, it seems like. So you never know when we're gonna be able to say it again. And yeah, just be blessed. You know, if you don't believe in God, if you believe in the universe, whatever you believe in, just hold on to that faith. And you know, I don't know, hug your family members tight, dude, because if anything, if 2021 taught me anything, it's that we're not promised tomorrow. And I know that, like, most of the time, you know, you're like, oh, I already think that way, you know, but like, it really hits you when it's somebody really close to home, or it really hits you when, you know, it's like, okay, I could have died doing that yesterday. I could have passed away, you know, taking a bath or walking down the street, you know. It can happen to anyone. And it's real scary, especially not especially, but for those who have kids as well. It's like, my father, I'm not really close with him, but my sister is the second child he's lost. He lost his son as well. And I don't know if that's putting too much out there, but as a mom, I don't know how I would handle losing a child. So I guess I just hold your loved ones close. It's a scary time we're living in, and if you have them, to hold and squeeze and tell them that you love them, then do that. Because you never know when's the last time, you know? You never know. Oh, and side note too, have a Merry Christmas, obviously, because it's Christmas. I can never get my lips how I want them. Especially with lip stain. Fill that in a little bit more. Actually, I think I have a pretty good cover that can go over that. Oh, also, side note, if you're not already following me on TikTok, you should go do that, or you could add me on Facebook or whatever, my Instagram. If I don't forget, I'll put all of those down in the comments or in the details of this video. Also, if you just like want to talk or, you know, chop it up, like, it doesn't have to be heavy stuff like this video was. It could be just whatever, you know, like, hey dude, I saw on the news today that a freaking panda bear escaped. And I'd be like, really? Rad. Hit me up, like, let me know. That's pretty cool stuff, man. Should I just gloss this up or what? I feel like it's just so lame like this. Yeah, I need to do something to it. Dude, I love that my boyfriend's like a thin boy, and he's like artistic in that way, and he like does his makeup and stuff as well, because he's actually pretty good at it. But I hate when I can't find things that he uses because he uses them and doesn't put them back. Relationships. Oh, I guess my fiance now, so my boyfriend. We'll just gloss this up. We'll have a gloss moment because I can't find what I wanted to use. Yep, that's perfect. Pretty and sparkly. So anyways, like I said, love each other. Hold each other. Have a happy holidays. At least try your best. I know this year was tragic, but go 2022, hopefully. Anyways, love you guys. This is the final look. Ooh, I look like a hooker. Huh. Bye.